Welcome into my session of thought. I want to show myself this little box over here has an X in it. This little box has an X in it. Actually, I just put half a line and drew one line through it, connecting it together. What would normally be an I in most scenarios is just what looks like an above ground. This shows that this is above ground. This is in the ocean. We always have to show the core. The core. We show the core as this point. This means on the level ground in between and the sky. This is I and I. Look at the angle of this eye. See this eye over here? See the angle goes up. The angle goes up. The line comes down. It comes down 1, 2 on the left. It goes up 1, 2 on the right. Two pieces plus a half. Two pieces plus a half. So it's 1, 2 and a half or 1, 2 and a half. 1, 2, 3 total. 1, 2 and a half and 1, 2 and a half equals 5. 3 equals 5. Two sides. We come down over here and we create. We create. We create. Now we bring together one part, we bring together another part, we bring together a third part. This is the separation between the two, which shows many things. It could be the corner of the two sides of the building or the grinder that runs. This has to turn, right? It turns. When these two are on the left, this one's on the right. When this one's on the left, this one's on the right. Reality is the organ grinder, or I and I. This is also I and I, but just a different way of showing it. I show it in 5 and 2, showing what's it doing in this I position and this angle of where it's left and right of V. V1 and V1 Roman numerals. V1 is 4, but it's actually 6. V1 is 6, but it's actually just 1. It's V to the center and 1, the area total space that it takes up on this point over here. Takes it all up along the 6 line, all the way up. This is here, this line over here, this is 6. This is 3, this is 9. When 3 and 9 are on the inside, 6 is on the outside. The same thing with over here. We're going to do the same thing now over here. This is the same thing. You notice I put the A and A. Do you see where A and A is? This is open because these two come to open. This is where your dollar sign goes all the way through. These two come down. Do you see the arrow in between? Same time, this is connected over here into this. I and I come together. I above, I below. And then the space. You see the openness? If these two would come together, it would create a new design. You have to take this design and put one here and put one here and put one here and just keep making these designs. So this is your I and I, which makes your H at the same time because these two parts together is the H, the above and the below inside. H2O is here's your H and here's your H. Here's your O inside. Why? Here's your two O's, your digital separation. Digital separation. What happens in the H, 8 and 8 to 1 separation? I would get 1 separation. I would get 1 separation. And then I would get 1 separation. And it would go all the way through over here. And then it would come all the way through over here, joining both sides. Actually, I think I should have left this open over here. I would only have to close the top and the bottom, right? Now I'm piecing out. You see in here, CO, CO, is it CO? Or if you actually designed this, okay, if we actually design this, okay, and I actually design this end over here. See this arrow that goes down to the bottom. And I'm not going to talk about any numbers right now. I'm just going to take it down to this level and take it down to this level. And now we have a corner of a building. See the way we have the corner of the building? We build. We have to build. We have to build. We're builders. Isn't that what we do? We build. So now we got in between the building. Building always usually comes out when we add a little yellow. Hey, doesn't it always bring out the building a little bit? I'm going to bring out the building a little bit. See what design it comes up with over here. How's that? When you look inside of it, if you look inside of it, right? You look inside of it. Five is at the top and three is on the side. 3 is on the side, E333. In reality, you can also look at it as an open book. I'm lost some of my colored pencils. I like to look at it as an open book. And as an open book, I'm going to add a little bit of orange inside of this for the eyes of the open book. It's like almost a book. So it's like an army badge, right? It's like an army badge. And I'm just, I like to just draw and fool around and see the realities. But how many pages are in this book? How many pages are in this book? All right, we're going to check to see how many pages are in the book. And we want to see how old the book is also. We got to see the lines, right? To see how old the book is. And there you go, a book. Somebody has got their head sticking around reading a good old book that we put together through numbers, right? Through numbers, we created some kind of book, just reading the book. But I don't see his fingers, right? His fingers in writing the book, right? His fingers. And what about his big feet, right? What about his big feet? And he's got clown feet. And he's reading and he's writing and he's got that book right there. My bookman. Hey, bookman, what's happening? Hey, Mr. Bookman. Oh man, that brings back the old times, doesn't it? Just keep bubbling everything out there. It's on the outside or it's a skull bones on the inside. And he's got a nice V top. And here's the gentleman. And that's his foot, right? That's his foot, right? But what if it was a dog and he had his own eye, you know? And he had his own mouth and he had dog feet or something. Yeah, I think he should have dog feet. You can give him his own eye over here, give him his own mouth here. And we're going to take this, right? We're going to take this, the heel. You know what we're going to do with the heel? We're going to make that as a welcome mat to come in, to wipe our feet. You notice we wipe our feet, we don't wipe our heels, right? Do we wipe our feet or do we wipe our heels? Now we have a couple of dogs, right, at our feet, and there's got to be, yes, my fingers, they're feeling quite cold right now. So I'm going to make them warm up a little bit. There you go. There you go. There you go. Nice. Yeah, okay. Good. We got the parking lots like coming out of the book. What do you think? We got a parking lot coming out of the book? There we go. Man reading the book, holding the book, part of the book. The book is part of him. Turn this around. It's his rib cage. What else can I do with that? I can't even lose it in the camera. Oh, hold on. I'm better off turning the book. But what if, can this man stand up? Dum, 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 coming to a house near you. Standing up? No, that's not standing up. That's not standing up. Is that standing up? Is he standing up? When does he stand up? No. I need to know how he stands up. Do I do this? I do this. I do this. I do this. What if I turn it? At one point, what can I know I can get him to do something. This way, I pull the book this way. Can I get him to do something? Is he going to stand up next to me? Oh, get him to stand up. Oh, thank God he's standing up, right? With my pencil. He's got my pencil in his hand, right? That's like the match. See those ends there? That's the match. That's what I should be doing. I should extend these. I should extend these tips to come out over here. And I should extend this one to come out over here. So this is an extended switch, and we need it to have place on the ground. This is his club, and this is his other club, and it needs place on the ground. And now it's got all place on the ground, and we're going to have lines in it. Lines, something to do with the shoes. I don't know. I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist. I just throw things out there, right? We got to get some heavy, heavy, heavy orange inside of this, right? Just heavy, heavy, heavy orange. See what's going to happen with our buddy over here. But the shoes have to be a little bit darker, right? Shoes. And then get another orange. See the ledges? Can you see the way there's ledges on the end over here? And there he is. His legs are all spread out over the book. Wasn't sure how this was going to turn out, but it surely seems to turn out all the time, right? Right? As long as you fill in the right spots. So he's got his legs spread. He's holding on to the book with his muscular body, sitting on two dogs, and the arrow says, this way. Raphael in I, understanding where 101 begins. Digital Venus separation of the digital clock. All it is these three over here and this one here, and these three over here and this one here. 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 0. Everything else can be thrown out, but I will show you how every single one of these steps will replicate this one over here through the beginning of the crown over here. And remember, these numbers will all be moved over because we won't start unless we have 3. And here's 3. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And now we have to duplicate it. This is 2. 2 and 1. Do you know what 2 and 1 equals? 1 and 1 is 2, and 1 is 1, and that's it. There is nothing else. It's either 2 and 1 or 1 with something else. When you get 3, it's because you have 2 and 1 together. When you have 4, you have 2 2s. When you have 5, you have 2 2s and a 1. When you get 6, you have separated, okay? You have 2022s or 4044s because it's separated on 2 sides of the cube. Here you have 313, which is the 7 is actually the 6 cube because it's the only original cube. The 6 cube, right, might be the 3 cube because there's 6 white ladies. This one is 3 white ladies. This one is separated 303, but it's separated 1 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 7 plus 2, 369. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Get off my rock! I might stick his arms out here now. What happens if he had bigger arms than this? And these weren't his arms sticking on the inside of his books. What if he had an arm coming around over here and I stuck his arm out over here? And then it stuck onto his... over here. What if that was his arm? What if that was his arm? And this was the back side of the what's it called? And this was his arm over here. I mean, we're really wrapping up the book now. I might have a little head pop out of here. I mean, very, very certainly, I'm going to have like this come out of the book. So he has an arm over there, and then he has his arm over there, and his arm is made like this, and I'm going to take it and scritch and scratch that over here, add a little extra orange to his arms. And his arms are now, he's got his own arms, and these are his shoulders. that made up his arms before. Maybe he's with Medusa or something. But he's growing it all out of there, and he needs a hat. Now, what better hat than he can have than an artist hat, right? And inside the artist hat, yes, the thinker's hat, right? Where can I get in there? The thinker's hat, right? He needs his own hat. He needs his own hat. Wait, not finished. Not finished. Not finished. Not finished. Not finished. And what I want to mention about this is, do you see this design inside here? Do you see this? What creates are circles and designs inside the outline of everything I've done. That's why I didn't stop. Everything creates its own outline. Everything has its own outline. Now I just want to sharpen this pencil. I'm going to go a little bit more. Right? And hold on.